Well, this is not about phone or about laptop. This is about Bloom. So recently, there's this update about the minimum requirements for you to be able to get something out of Bloom. And yes, it's minimum of 100k Bloom points, minimum of 750 Bloom points, or proof of activity. Now the problem is there are folks that couldn't remember if they've performed this proof of activity. Because if you don't have proof of activity, you should have main points. And if you don't have main point, that you have minimum of 2 referrals, you have already at least already Bloom points, you will not be qualified for an airdrop. So for you to be able to get something, you must meet this minimum requirement. So people don't know um if they've performed activity in the past, because Boom has been on for some time now, right? So if you scroll down, I scroll down this page. So there's this person that asked, look at this person here, this my Kefi. He asks, we did, but we want to confirm it. How are we going to confirm it? And yeah, this person also has any answers, but no response. So there are people that have these concerns, right? So now let's say a person that do not have money, to get that main point, you have to maybe like swap, blah blah. Now coming to this main point, trade to earn. So these are ways you can get main points, right? You get a lost token, and this is plus 500 main points. And when your token is listed, you get 10,000 main points. But if you don't have a token for you to list, now you have to trade. And each trade of $10, you have 50 main points. And imagine this is required about 7 watts. Is it 750? 750 main points. So imagine if you do this 50 main point, how many times do you trade, maybe like $10 to another to achieve that 750? It's hard, all right? Or you trade with a bot, yeah, to get 750 main points. But now the point is, the purpose of this video is to show you how you can get if actually you've had proof of activity. If you've, in other words, if you've performed some transaction on Bloom. So how will you know that? So first thing you need to do is to identify the wallet that you link to Bloom. That's number one, because if you perform transaction in the same wallet that transaction will be made on that wallet, yeah, that maybe your turn will be deducted from that wallet. Yeah. So you need to identify the wallet. That is number one. And coming to my wallet here, I've clicked on the wallet down, and this is my wallet that I linked to it. The initial is UPB, then the last is H1L. So this is my wallet that I linked to this. Yeah. So now, so this is a turn. So I will go to here is it. This is turn wallet. Okay. Remember, this is what I linked to that to my Bloom. So next time I'm going to check on this wallet, in this wallet, is the transaction history. And this is one thing I love about blockchain. Whatever that you do, even if it is 1 million years ago, yeah, it will be there. It will not be erased. So it is permanent. So no one can cheat the system. Yeah, it is registered permanently. So next is just to check the history of the transaction history. So if I've interacted, if I've actually performed transaction with Bloom, I should be able to see it in the history. All right, so I click on history. So this is history. So let me go down. So okay, I want to start from the last part. Okay, so that means I started using this Ton wallet. All right, this is 25 August. Yeah, this is 25 August, and this is 6.33 USDT sent to this. So I'll be scrolling down, scrolling up little by little, little by little. You look at this here. This is Blum Hot Wallet.ton. Okay, so let me click on it and now to know, more information. So it says recipient is Blum Hot Wallet.ton. Okay, and this is sent 25 August, and the time is 5 minutes past 10. So let me click on this transaction at the bottom. Yeah, this transaction. So it's taking me to the page of the transaction, to know much about it. And here it is confirmed. Look at this UQB. So see my wallet say the initial UQB, then the last H1L, right? So this is my wallet and I iterated it. And look at this is 0.2 ton. And it was just simply $0.6. And here it is 25th of August 2024 at the time 5 minutes past 10. And this is the second time. All right. So this is it. And if I want to look at more details, and this is it right here. So for me personally, I have proof of activity. Yes, on Blum. So this is it here, right here. So let me go back. Okay. So this is that is for this. So let me I'm going to scroll up again and see if there's another activity that I've performed. All right, this is 0.1 ton. This is another activity. Okay, this is Blum water. So there's no need for me to click to open this. So I'm scrolling up again. Is there another? That is all. That means I performed like 2 transactions on Blum. So this is 0.1 ton. And here is it 0.6? I'm looking for the other one. All right, 0.05 ton. Yeah, 0.05 ton. So that is it. So with this, for this wallet, I have proof of activity. So if you are confused or you don't know what to do, this is what you can do in order to know if actually you have proof of activity. So having this proof of activity, I won't bother myself about this right here, mean points. Yeah, I won't bother myself about mean point because I have proof of activity. So I believe with this, you should be able to determine if you have proof of activity or not. Remember, you first identify the wallet that is connected to Blum, because if there's going to be proof of activity, it's going to be through the wallet. So that is number 1. You identify the wallet. Number 2, you go to the wallet, open it up. Number 3, you look at the history and look for Blum hot wallet .ton thereabouts. Yes. Then if you can see, that means you have proof of activity. You don't need to stress yourself, try to trade, blah blah blah. But if you don't have, you try to ensure that you have the minimum of 750 main points. All right. So that means, and in order to achieve that, you can just swap token. Take for example this trade. If, for example, here, long token with me part, if you want to try this and look at the criteria, okay, you do that. Maybe you do it twice, because do it once will give you 500 main points. So you do it twice in order to get, in order to qualify to have that 750 main points. So if you do it twice, you have 1000 main points. Okay, so that is number 1. That is number 1. Number 2 is if it's actually listed this, but if you don't want to stress yourself, you can go to this straight on the main pad. So you can trade, you can swap. Maybe you swap from a certain token, maybe USDT to turn to blah blah, something like that. You can do that. And this last one, trade with, you can get a bot and you trade with the bot. Yeah. So easy peasy. I believe with this, you should be able to make sure that yes, you qualified for Blum airdrop.